Good morning, students. Welcome to Bindu Dadwal Chemistry Lessons. Our topic for today is nomenclature of polyfunctional aromatic compounds. We will also be covering nomenclature of alicyclic compounds and IUPAC names of organic compounds represented by bond line notations. In polyfunctional aromatic compounds, the preference is given to the principal functional group, and the rest of the functional groups which have lower preference are considered as substituents. So in this particular compound, COH group is the principal functional group. We will use suffix for it, whereas for amino group we are going to use prefix. On numbering the carbon atoms, amino position is at third carbon atom, so the name will be 3-amino benzoic acid. The compound here will be 4-hydroxy benzaldehyde. If some prefixes are present along with the functional group, then these are named in an alphabetical order. So that means that if the substituents are more in number, that substituent which is alphabetically placed first will be named first. So 4-chloro 2-nitro benzaldehyde will be the IUPAC name. Similarly, here the functional group is OH and bromo starts with the alphabet B. So bromo will come first and the name will be 3-bromo 2,4-dichlorophenol. Similarly, in this compound, the name will be 4-bromo 2-nitro benzeneamine. The priority of the functional group is decided as per this order: carbonic acid, sulfonic acids, acid anhydride ester, then acid halides and acid amides, then nitriles, aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, amines, alkenes and alkynes. So whichever group comes first will be the principal functional group. In case an alkyl group is one of the substituents, then it is included in the name of the parent arene and the compound is named as derivative of that particular arene. For example, this is toluene, so the name will be 3-nitro-toluene. This is ethyl benzene, so IUPAC name will be 4-chloroethyl benzene. And here this is isopropyl benzene and bromo is attached to it, so 2-bromo isopropyl benzene will be the name. Now based on these steps, you can write down the IUPAC name of the following compounds and practice nomenclature. Next, nomenclature of alicyclic compounds. Alicyclic compounds can be monocyclic compounds. Add the prefix cyclo to the word root. So if the compound is of 3 carbon atoms, we will add the prefix cyclo to it and the name will become cyclopropane. This is cyclobutane, cyclopentane and cyclohexane. This one is cyclopropene. So ene suffix is added for a double bond and ine is added for a triple bond. So this is cyclobutene, this is cyclopentine and this is cyclohexene. If one substituent is attached to the ring, then its position is not mentioned. But if more than one substituents are there, if 2 or more substituents are there, we number the carbon atoms with Arabic numerals, and the numbering is done in such a way that substituents get the lowest set of locants. All other rules relating to aliphatic or acyclic compounds are then followed. Methyl cyclopentane. This is because it has more than one substituent, we number the compounds. So there are 2 methyl groups at one position and 1 ethyl group at third position. As E comes first, so the name will be 3-ethyl 1,1-dimethyl cyclohexane. Similarly, in this compound, we have methyl and ethyl. So E comes first, so this is numbered first. The next compound will be the next carbon will be this one, because methyl will get lower locant over here. So the name will be 1-ethyl 2-methyl cyclopentane. A multiple bond and some other substituents are present in the ring, then numbering is done in such a way so as to assign the lowest number to the multiple bond. So we start numbering from here 1, 2, 3. So the name will be 2-ethyl 3-methyl cyclopent 1-ene. Similarly, in this case, numbering starts from this end and the name will be 3-ethyl cyclopent 1-ene. Similarly, in this compound, the name will be 3-nitrocyclohex 1-ene. If a ring contains lesser carbon atoms than the alkyl group attached to it, then the compound is named as the derivative of alkane. So, in this compound, the ring has 5 carbon atoms, whereas the chain has 6 carbon atoms. So, this is the parent compound and this is the substituent. So, the name will be 2-cyclopentyl hexane. Whereas, in this case, the ring has more carbon atoms and the chain has less carbon atoms. Name it as a derivative of cyclopentane. So the name will be, this is a complex substituent now, so it's put in brackets. At 2 position it is attached to the cyclohexane ring. So name will be 2-butyl cyclohexane. In case the side chain contains a multiple bond or a functional group, the alicyclic ring is treated as the substituent irrespective of its size. So even though this contains 3 carbon atoms and this one contains 6 carbon atoms, this will be considered as substituent because functional group is present in this chain. So the name will be 2-cyclohexyl propanal. Then this compound will be 3-cyclopropyl pro 1-ene. If more than one alicyclic rings are attached to the single chain of carbon atoms, the compound is regarded as cycloalkyl derivative of the alkane, whatever may be the number of carbon atom in the ring or in the carbon chain. So because there are 2 cyclic compounds, so both are considered as substituent and name will be 1,3-dicyclopropyl propane. This will be 1,3-dicyclohexyl propane. If a compound contains an alicyclic ring directly attached to the benzene ring, it is named as the derivative of benzene. So this will be cyclohexyl benzene. This compound has substituents also. So this will be treated as a complex substituent and written within brackets. Starts from methyl. This is methyl cyclohexyl. This starts from M and this has chloro. So we will name it as 4-chloro. Then 1-methyl cyclo 3-methyl cyclohexabenzene. We start numbering from this end because OH is the functional group. So the name will be 3-methyl cyclohexane 1-ol. This compound will be, because there is a double bond, so we start numbering from this end. We give the double bond the lower locant. So the name will be 5-methyl cyclohex 2-ene 1-amine. In this case, the name will be 2,3-dimethyl cyclohex 2-ene 1-one. The functional group is directly attached to the ring containing carbon atom. Suitable suffixes are used to represent such a group. For COH group, we will use the suffix carboxylic acid. For aldehyde group, carbaldehyde. This will be called carbonitrile. This will be called carbonyl chloride. This will be called carboxamide. And this will be called alkyl carboxylate. So this compound, this is a cyclohexane hexane and the suffix carbaldehyde. So the name will be cyclohexane carbaldehyde. This is cyclohexane carbonitride. This is ethyl cyclohexane carboxylate. This compound will be 3-nitro-cyclohex-2-ene-1 carboxylic acid. 2-ethyl cyclopentane 1 carboxamide. The name will be ethyl 3-oxocyclohexyl carboxylate. Now based on these rules, you can take a screenshot of these compounds and write their IUPAC. Next is IUPAC names of organic compounds representing bond line notation. So in bond line notation, the lines represent the bonds. This is a single bond, this is a double bond. The ends and the intersection point represent carbon atom. So this is a compound of 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. So CH3, single bond, CH, double bond, CH, then CH3. So the name will be but2-ene. So this compound, there are 3 double bonds, 1, 3 and 5 position. So the name will be, this is a 6 carbon compound. So hex 135, hexa 135 triene. So and this compound, it also has methyl groups attached to here. So expanding the structure, we get CH2 double bond C, CH3, C, CH3 double bond CH2. So name will be 2,3-dimethyl buta-1,3-diene. That is all in today's video. Thank you. Have a nice day.